On September 12, 2023, 3 people were killed in an ambush by armed miscreants in Manipur, India. The deceased were reported to be from the Kukis community. According to the Times of India, the 3 people who were killed in the ambush were identified as Lal Remsiam, Lianlian Kipgen, and Johnson Kipgen. It's about Manipur. This incident is part of a long and complex history of ethnic conflict and insurgency in the state. Historic reasons. The roots of the conflict can be traced back to the British colonial era, when the British divided Manipur into 2 parts, the hills and the plains. The hills were inhabited by the Naga and Kuki tribes, while the plains were inhabited by the Meitei tribe. The British gave the Meiteis more rights and privileges than the other tribes. This led to resentment and anger among the other tribes. Political reasons. After India gained independence in 1947, the Naga and Kuki tribes demanded their own independent states. However, the Indian government refused to grant their demands. This led to armed insurgencies by the Naga and Kuki tribes. The Naga insurgency lasted for several decades, and it resulted in the deaths of thousands of people. The Indian government signed a ceasefire agreement with the NNC in 1997. However, the ceasefire has been violated on several occasions. The NNC is still demanding an independent Naga state. The Kuki insurgency also lasted for several decades, and it resulted in the deaths of thousands of people. The Indian government signed a ceasefire agreement with the KNF in 2001. However, the ceasefire has also been violated on several occasions. The KNF is still demanding a separate Kuki state. Religious reasons. Manipur is a multi-religious state, with Hinduism, Christianity, and Islam being the major religions. The Meiteis are predominantly Hindu, while the Nagas are predominantly Christian. The Kukis are divided between Christianity and Hinduism. Religious differences have sometimes played a role in the ethnic conflicts in Manipur. For example, in the 1990s, there was a conflict between the Meiteis and the Pangals. The Meiteis are Hindus, while the Pangals are Muslims. The conflict was sparked by a dispute over a religious site. Other reasons. In addition to the historic, political, and religious reasons, there are a number of other factors that have contributed to the ethnic conflicts in Manipur. These include competition for land and resources, economic inequality, historical grievances, political marginalization of certain tribes. The central government has taken a number of steps to address the ethnic conflicts in Manipur. These include military measures. The central government has deployed security forces to Manipur to maintain law and order and to combat the insurgency. Political measures. The central government has held talks with the Naga and Kuki insurgent groups to try to reach a political solution to the conflict. In 2017, the central government signed a framework agreement with the NNC. The framework agreement is a blueprint for a political solution to the Naga conflict. However, the details of the agreement have not been finalized. Developmental measures. The central government has launched a number of developmental projects in Manipur in an effort to improve the lives of the people and to address the root causes of the conflict. These projects include road construction, irrigation projects, and healthcare projects. However, the ethnic conflicts in Manipur have persisted despite the central government's efforts. This is because the root causes of the conflict, such as competition for land and resources, political marginalization of certain tribes, and economic inequality, have not been fully addressed. In addition, the central government's military measures have been criticized for human rights violations. The Armed Forces Special Powers Act, AFSPA, which gives the security forces special powers to operate in Manipur and other northeastern states, has been criticized for allowing the security forces to commit human rights abuses with impunity. Here are some specific things that the central government can do to address the ethnic conflicts in Manipur. Implement the framework agreement with the NNC. Hold talks with the KNF and other insurgent groups to try to reach a political solution to the conflict. Address the root causes of the conflict, such as competition for land and resources, political marginalization of certain tribes, and economic inequality. The ethnic conflicts in Manipur have had a devastating impact on the people of the state. Thousands of people have been killed in the violence, and millions of people have been displaced. The conflicts have also stunted the economic development of the state. The people of Manipur deserve peace and stability. The Indian government must take concrete steps to address the root causes of the ethnic conflicts in the state. The government must also work to bring the perpetrators of violence to justice. The government also needs to ensure that the security forces operate within the law and that human rights are respected. Thank you for watching. Subscribe the channel for more informative videos.